What is up YouTube, and welcome to this I Care A Lot Ending Explained review, recap and breakdown. This was a film filled with just awful people, and one of the only times you will ever find yourself rooting for the Russian mafia to win against the protagonist. I Care A Lot is an interesting movie that was slow on the boil on the first half, but then it got really going. If you thought Rosamund Pike's character was awful in Gone Girl, then you'll be hooting and hollering when she's at the quarry about to be taken out. We open with Rosamund Pike's character Marla saying that there is no such thing as good people, as we see pills handed out to people in a care home as a guy comes in and gets in a fight with a security guard. It's the same real monologue that characters say to kid themselves and make themselves feel better about their awful ways. It turns out that this man's mother has been put in a guardianship by the state, and Marla was appointed her legal guardian. She runs a scam, but it is very actual legal, and a sidebar, it does happen in real life, and if you've been watching my American Gods videos, then you will be fully aware of what's going on. Now, she gets doctors to refer rich people to be sent into a guardianship with their health problems exaggerated, so they need to be put in care homes as their assets are sold off as she makes a tidy sum. In court, the guy who assaulted the security guard is trying to get the guardianship of his mother dissolved, except Marla has the judge wrapped around her finger and wins again, legally. She is obsessed with winning legally and getting one over on the people and having money. However, the son of her ward has a go at her and she goes full girl boss. She has a chip on her shoulder about thinking that she's, or at least he's having a go at her because she's a woman, but in reality it's because, well, she's just straight up stealing his mother's money. She is an awful person and she's preying on these people as she goes back to the office, and we see the full extent of her operation with a full board of people and learns one has died, and she's gutted, except she's gutted because she couldn't rinse all the money she could. However, this means there is room for a free agent in an expensive suite, as she has all of the contacts with the care home manager, and her driver/lover, Fran, head off to find a replacement with little remorse. They meet Dr. Amos, who has what she calls a cherry and wants to cash in on the benefits herself. Hey, I felt no remorse when she was murdered later, as she's just as bad as these people. However, this cherry Jennifer, while they research her, confirms she has a lot of money, except they have no idea that she's the mother of a Russian mafia boss played by Peter Dinklage called Roman. He was a man who faked his own demise, except he knew his former Russian colleagues in Cleveland would be looking for him via his mother, who they fake and give a new identity to, of a girl who died decades earlier, which is found out later in the movie. However, all Marla and Fran know is that she's a rich, single woman who's retired and moved to get her under guardianship due to her memory loss. The doctor gives her testimony, and right away Marla sets about getting her transferred to the care home that had the free room. Jennifer is confused as it all goes very quickly as her phone is taken away and left in the care home. Marla quickly works on getting all of her assets sold, but finds a safety deposit box that has a wealth of treasures, including diamonds. Now, the actress who played Jennifer was superb here. I really did feel like she was just a simple, normal retiree, but as the movie goes on, as it unravels, I love the way she just quickly turned into just an absolute badass woman who has been put in this care home for no reason. However, a taxi driver arrives at Jennifer's home to take her to meet her son, much to the surprise of Fran, and, well, we catch up with Roman, who learns that his mother is missing and the house is being sold, as Roman is furious. However, he relents and lets the taxi driver, who had a criminal record, go and find her after almost killing him. Marla wants to sell the diamonds as they don't officially exist and thus wouldn't be catalogued, and they can get away with it, further showing her awfulness. I have to say, Rosamund Pike is superb at playing the bad person here, and her lover, Fran, is a great character, and The actress is also really, really good, and she's also going to be in Godzilla vs. Kong, something I'm very excited for. Now, Dinklage is superb in his role as well, as he finds out just where she is, where his mother is, and what's happening. The issue is, he cannot get directly involved, otherwise his enemies would find out, and sends a lawyer to pretend to be acting on behalf of his mother, except she cannot contact anyone, and Marla knows that. She has everything on lock. The plan heavily backfires, as the lawyer, Dean, actually wants to bribe her. She sees right through it, and every single avenue of law has been locked up, as the flashy lawyer has no options or even a leg to stand on. She's willing to be bought out on her terms, and, well, she's not willing to take anything less than $5 million. The lawyer is great in this role, and I swear that actor is in absolutely everything. People, mainly men, muscling in and not playing by the rules, which is weird as she's scamming old people and seems to think that, well, she's in the right. I guess the only thing that she sees bad is people not playing by the law, which is, again, completely and utterly rigged against the Joe public. Marla, now desperate to a degree, goes to ask who Jennifer is, but Jennifer taunts her, only for Marla to make her as uncomfortable as possible, as Roman sends in his muscle, which goes spectacularly wrong, as our fake taxi driver goes crazy, starts tasing, and they go in brute force as two of the muscle get taken out. But Jennifer is almost free, except Fran and Marla are waiting outside to capture him. They learn that he is Russian mafia, and, well, they all thought he had died, at least the police did, in an arson fire with his brother, and they make the connection to the Russian mafia. Marla wants to find out just what's going on, but Jennifer taunts her again and strangles her, only for Marla to send her to a secure facility, as Roman offs the doctor and then makes a move on Fran after Fran went to get their passports to, well, run away, as we have Marla taken by Roman and interrogated at a quarry. She works out just who he is and says for $10 million she'll make the issues go away. It's not simple enough. She cannot be killed and the mother will be free, as, well, he would need to go the legal route, which will be difficult, cost a lot of money, and it's not even the money, it's the fact that, well, the law is set up so ridiculously, stupidly in advantage of people who want to take advantage of people like this. He has enough and sets about killing her, except she has one of the license plate numbers memorized, and her assassination attempt goes completely wrong as she goes off and saves Fran from a gas explosion and work out about tracking down Roman's henchman, and in one of the worst haircuts ever is able to find where Roman operates from. She manages to get to him and do the exact same thing as faking an accident, but she keeps him alive, and I love this and certainly did not expect this, as she takes him into her guardianship due to him being labelled as a John Doe due to having no identity. She's won, and she said repeatedly all she wants to do is win. However, Roman has a plan, and this is to set up a national guardianship with many different arms and their care homes to have a supply of different people coming in, as he recognises Game, as Game does recognise Game. I felt this ending really let down the movie, as I really liked the idea of him being taken into a guardianship, but I guess the ending made sense from Marla's standpoint and characterization, as she had a chance to get out non-stop. She even won, but, well, she fell for it to be greedy, and she was greedy and wanted to be filthy rich and use it as a weapon. While she does get what she wants, she gets a grace in company and celebrated on TV, as she becomes fully legit, using the law and businesses she was obsessed with to reach her endgame, except the man at the start whose mother was locked up shoots her. It turns out that his mother had died, and he was blocked from seeing her, and he never got to see her before she passed. Marla was a lost cause who was just awful and the worst kind of person. Her whole escapades caught up with her, and the comeuppance comes from the most unexpected of people. Now, I really liked this movie. It was not an enjoyable romp, but I liked the dichotomy and the way the story went, and I do feel like I would love to see something from the people behind this, the writer, the director, with something of a bit of a more likable protagonist, I would guess. But that is it for this video. Please drop a like down below. Please do subscribe with notifications on, and I'll see you soon, and goodbye.